What's up, guys? I'm Bradu. This is my helper, Trevor. Hi. Say hi, Trev. Hi. And I'm gonna do a little show and tell and a story. I just bought a collection of old baseball cards. Well, old is relative, but I'll tell my little story because it was really fun, and then I'll show you some stuff. So the backstory is I've never really bought collections, but I've been all into, looking for vintage baseball cards, 80s and earlier recently. So I started looking on Craigslist. And I found this one. It's going to be hard to do with one hand, but I'll do it. I found this one, and it showed a big old bin of cards. And the top was boxes like this. This say stuff like 91 Upper Deck Commons. There's about 10 boxes like that say Commons on the front. And that's what you can see in the picture. And underneath it is a bunch of boxes like this. Maybe a dozen of those. There was this guy. 87 tops. Potentially a complete set, right? I thought, okay, cool. So just looking at the picture, and it was 25 bucks, right? And I was like, well, geez, for 25 bucks. That might be worth it, even if it is all Commons. But I'm going to look into it more. But the description said it was mostly cards from the 70s, from when I was a kid. 70s and 80s or something like that. Many near complete sets. But you can't see any of those cards in the picture. And I thought, well, this could be like a hidden gem in disguise, because nobody's going to look at this collection because it just says 91 football Commons. And unless they really read the description and believed it, they're not. So I called the guy up, actually, and said, so is this just a giant lot of Commons? And he's like, Commons? What does Commons mean? And I'm thinking, dude, it says right on the boxes Commons. Are you pulling my leg here or what? I was like, well, it says many near complete sets, but if you're missing 20 cards and it's the 20 best cards in the set, then who cares, right? It's just Commons. So I told him, I was like, Commons is the cards of people you've never heard of and that aren't worth anything. And he goes, oh no, these are cards from when I was a kid. Nothing's been picked through. Some of the football cards are newer, but most of these are from the 70s. And I was like, what? That sounds a little too good to be true. So I agreed to meet up with the guy. He was actually super nice on the phone. He was super nice in person. It was a really quick transaction. It was late at night and it was dark. I gave him 25 bucks and we put a bunch of boxes in my trunk, and I got home and went through them. Hey buddy, I need you to be helpful and quiet. Look, that's you right there. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Yeah. And so anyway, first I start going through the football boxes that say Commons. It looks like it's football Commons. Some of them are from a fun era, 89, 90, 91 or so, when I actually bought a few. I'm not a football collector by any stretch, but I did buy some boxes of those. So I was like, that'll be a trip down memory lane, but nothing good there. And then I started going through the boxes, the bigger boxes like this, and not much. It was like a full box of 88 tops. A full box of 91 Fleer, a full box of 90 Donruss, and I'm like, oh god, this is just junk garbage. I was starting to hope I would find a small stack of cards from the 70s with one or two good cards in it, but then I was just starting to lose hope, and I opened up one of these boxes, and it was all 1979 tops. And I thought, that's good, right? If it's not too picked through. So I just sort of flipped through, and pretty quickly I saw this card, Paul Molitor's second year, which in Beckett is like 12 bucks or something. So if somebody picked through, they're probably going to pick that out. And all of a sudden I'm going, whoa, and I put that away for a minute. I kept going through the other boxes, and I found 4 boxes like that were full of 70s baseball. A box that was like 75 minis and 77s or something like that. A box that was all 79s, a box that was all 78s, and then one other box that was maybe mixed. Um, oh, and then I also went through the 87 Topps baseball. He actually listed which cards he's missing on here. So I started looking those up. Yeah, it's mostly stars. But there was the Bonds and the Larkin. So two of the best 3 or 4 cards in the set. Nothing huge, but that alone makes my $25 well spent almost. This is not working out very well, is it? Yeah, you're too wiggly. Can I put you down? I try and do this with my kids, and I know it's too distracting sometimes, and sometimes it goes just fine. Maybe he'll be fine on the ground. So I'm 5 minutes in, and I've barely scratched the surface on this video. I'll be done by about 10 minutes, though, don't worry. So I open up that 79 Topps box, and I start thumbing through. And 79, if you don't already know from me telling us, is there's one big card in there, and it's the Ozzie Smith rookie card. And lo and behold, I found this guy. Ozzie Smith. Now, it's really off-center. These are cards that are well-loved, not packed fresh. It's not in great shape, but it's an Ozzie Smith rookie card. And at that point, my head starts to explode like, oh my God, I have 3 more boxes of this with, you know, potential rookie cards of all these old stuff that I only paid $25 for. And the 79 set had almost all the stars. It was missing the Nolan Ryan base, but it had Nolan Ryans and Pete Roses, and there's really no other rookie cards. I've got the Beckett in front of me. George Brett's in there. So that was pretty darn cool. So then I moved on to 78, and of course 78's got the Eddie Murray and the Alan Trammell, Paul Molitor dual card. And nope, I struck out on that one. And then I got to the 75 minis, and you got George Brett and Robin Yount rookies. Nope, none of those. But all in all, it was still pretty awesome for the money I spent. What a treasure of cards to go through. I pulled out all the cards that are listed in Beckett. I got, you know, a stack about like this with, let's flip through. Oh, there was a big stack of Washington Senators with a couple Ted Williams cards. It's going to be tough to do backwards. Bruce Sutter, a Negro, Lou Brock. I'm going to do it this way. Eckersley, Carlton, Winfield, Dawson. A couple Cobb and Aaron cards, but they're like leaders, so those are only like, you know, $5 Beckett. A couple Reggie Jacksons was nice. Some Tom Seavers, Yogi Berra, Johnny Bench. Pretty good stack of the star cards weren't picked through. I kind of get the feeling maybe something was picked through at some point with just the major rookies, because he had about probably 80% of the 78 set, and to be missing the 2 best cards. And he certainly didn't promise that they would have great rookies, but I was super happy. Eddie Murray and Paul Molitor, second years on both of those. Jack Morris, rookie card. That was the next best rookie card besides the Bonds and the Ozzie Smith. There was a stack of Pete Roses, quite a few Pete Roses, quite a few Nolan Ryans. So there's some good cards. They aren't in like gradable shape, but they're nice. They're well loved, as cards from that age tend to be. But they weren't, you know, there was a few with mustaches drawn on and things like that. You get the odd crease. A couple that were slightly miscut, like this Catfish Hunter. I found a Bump Wills error card, and without looking it up, I wouldn't have known what the error was, but it was instantly apparent what the error was when I looked at the card, because he scratched out Blue Jays and Rhodian Rangers. So yeah. Anyway, what a cool find. If I can find any more collections like that for $25, I'll be pretty thrilled. So I'll post some pictures and stuff, but I think I said this, like, I don't know, I restarted this video a couple times because of the kids, but it was kind of some ups and downs. It was like, I was like, oh God, this is a box of commons. Oh wait, there's a Barry Bonds in here. Oh my Lord, there's 4 boxes of 70s cards. Oh, there's an Ozzie Smith. They're not picked through at all. Oh my God, this is going to be a jackpot. And then it kind of went back to, well, the Ozzie Smith turned out to be the best card I had, and it's in really poor shape. But all in all, still 4 giant boxes of, not giant, but 700 count or whatever it is, boxes of cards from the 70s and a whole bunch of star cards. Awesome. And I don't have any of that stuff from the 70s. I mean, I have a couple of, like I have an Ozzie Smith, I have a Jack Morris rookie, but none of the base cards I don't have. It's fun to look through and see Oscar Gamble's giant afro, and anyway. Cool beans. Oh, I knew I had it like this. Yes. Claudel. Oh yeah, I did show that, I think. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll keep my eyes peeled, I guess, on Craigslist. You see, I mean, it was like you see stuff where it's like, I have all these awesome old baseball cards, $10 each, and it's like these. There's 5 of them, $10 each. Yes. People don't have a clue. So I guess that leaves it open to find stuff like this that was a real gem. This guy was probably in his 50s, and he's like, I was kind of sad that my own kids didn't want these, but I don't know, maybe baseball cards aren't that popular these days. And anyway, he was cool. He said, if I can get some beer money out of it, I'll be happy, and it looks like you're excited to go through them. So I was thrilled. So, all right, thanks for watching, you guys. I probably will have another video later today, if not tomorrow, because I should have an 82 Donruss fun bag coming. Keeping my fingers crossed for the Cal Ripken rookie card, which I do not own. Thanks for watching. I'm Bradu. Smiling's my favorite.